Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. I'm going to give you some reasons why you shouldn't buy the fourth generation Toyota Tacoma. I know a lot of YouTubers get on here who are driving new Toyota Tacomas and tell you all the reasons why you should go spend your money on one. We're going to have a little bit of a different take here. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't. Number one, you like the tried and true history of what I think is probably an icon out there, the third generation Tacoma. Been around, or was around, for a decade or close to it. They'd perfected it, right? There's really nothing more they could do with the truck. It is what it is, and it was what it was. Reliable, powerful enough to do what you want to do. Of course, it has the 6-cylinder, naturally aspirated engine, tried and true. You don't have to have it in the back of your mind that maybe this new engine is going to develop some problem after, 50, 60,000 miles, something like that. Because we know the old Tacomas, the third gens, and honestly some before that, second gens, maybe even a few first gens out there, last forever. We have the unknown with the fourth gen Tacoma. It is becoming more clear, though, as we proceed. We're in the third model year now, and so far there have only been really a handful of issues, some major, but very limited, as you can expect in any vehicle, right? Even the third gens and the second gens. It is a man-made product, and there can be problems. Stay away from it if you're afraid of change. Number two, you hate technology. The fourth generation Toyota Tacoma is full of new technology, right? I mean, they basically built this truck from the ground up. Everything, for the most part, is new. Now, not new in the industry. You know, the engine that's in this truck has been around for a while in other vehicles, but new in, as far as, I guess, how it's used in a truck. And you don't really know how it's going to perform until you get a bunch of them out there, and Toyota's got, 200,000-300,000 of them now. But you don't really know for sure until we, the people, put it through its paces. So if you're leery of whether or not the engine itself is going to be able to do what trucks do, you might want to stay away from the new Tacoma. Next up, number three, if you're hauling heavy loads. I can't tell you how many times I see comments in the group and on the channel about people trying to do things with the Tacoma that it's not meant to do, right? It's designed for a certain niche. You know, you're not going to go out and haul a 50-foot motorhome with it. You're not going to put 10,000 pounds in the bed. That's not what the truck was built for. And if you do those things, you're going to be disappointed. And leading right into the next one, if you have full-size truck needs, don't expect to buy a mid-size truck to satisfy those needs. A few examples, I've already given you a couple, exceeding the capacities of the truck. I mean, it's not going to haul or tow what a full-size truck does. Hauling around either a lot of people or larger families, even with small children. The seat in the back of the truck, the back seating area, is small. There are tons of complaints about it out there. I don't know if I really understand why. I mean, I often think, did you actually sit in the back or maybe take the truck for a drive before you bought it? I know some people don't. There are people out there, and I've actually done it myself, but buy vehicles sight unseen. Only what they've seen on the web, right? You need to get in it and experience it yourself. And I'm here to tell you, if you've got a family of, let's say 5, you, your spouse, and maybe 3 little ones in the back, or maybe 3 not so little ones in the back, it's not going to be a pleasant experience for you. They're not going to fit. They're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to hear a lot of complaining. It's going to drive you nuts. They're going to be kicking the back of your seats. You need a mid-sized truck, or I hate to say it, even a van or an SUV or something. You have to buy the vehicle that suits your needs, right? If you're looking for huge increases in fuel economy, I'm guilty of this. When the truck first came out, because of the 4-cylinder turbo, and even the hybrid version, I thought we were going to get really, really great fuel economy in this truck, right? I was expecting somewhere in the high 20s to 30s, even in just the regular 4-cylinder turbo. Not the case. I mean, right now, after downsizing the tires, I guess, from the 10 plies I had, I'm getting 17.9, let's call it 18 miles per gallon. Now, it's not horrible for a truck, but when your expectations going in, because you're diluted like I was, is going to be in the high 20s to even 30 miles per gallon, maybe if you put a sail in the bed and you drive freeway all the time and stay at 65 mile an hour or under, but otherwise, you're going to be disappointed. The new Toyota Tacoma is not for you. The paint quality of it. You know, we often, and I'm guilty of this again too, we often think that as manufacturers come out with new vehicles, they're going to improve some of the things that the older ones had problem areas in, right? Paint, it's a big one. Toyota is not known for its excellent paint quality, and they still aren't, as far as I'm concerned, and what I'm seeing and hearing myself with the new Tacoma. One of the big areas, and this is more a design thing really, I think, than a paint thing, but chipping. Chipping coming off of the tires and damaging the sides of the truck, particularly on the back there, or down the sides even. They blame it on the paint quality, but I think it's really blamed on the way the truck is set up and the amount of material that the tires throw at the side of the truck. I don't really care how much or how thick your paint is. If you bombard it with little pebbles constantly, you're going to have issues, right? It's not something that's going to get better. Now, there are things you can do. You can put PPF back there. You can put armor on the sides of your truck. I've seen a couple people do that. You can put bigger mud flaps to try to catch as much as you can. But there are other areas. The hood, for example. I noticed on every new or 4th gen Tacoma that I've had, it almost seems like the paint runs down the front edges of the hood. There are little areas that are like balls that are rough, if you will, where the paint has collected, dried, and then kind of pitted a bit. It's a design flaw, I think, or not necessarily a design flaw, it's a process flaw. Whatever Toyota is doing in their painting process and then letting these hoods dry, it's not working. It's a problem, and it's a paint problem. So don't expect that Toyota somehow has made it better and now you're not going to have those issues. It's simply not true. You're still going to have those problems, right? Lastly, the design of the truck. You know, if you don't like it from the beginning, why in the hell would you buy it and think it's going to get better or grow on you? You know, it's not that Toyota made huge changes in the design of the truck. I mean, it's still a Tacoma. It still looks pretty much like a Tacoma. But there are things on it that differ, I think, greatly from what the 3rd gen, the 2nd gen, certainly the 1st gen had. It's not going to grow on you. If you don't like the truck, don't buy the truck. It's not going to get better. Anyway, those are just a few things, and I'm kind of addressing some of the complaints and things that I see, again, in the group and then on the channel as well. Things that I think people probably should be aware of before they ever purchase the truck. I don't get it. Leave a comment. Let me know. And be honest. Did you pick up a brand new Tacoma and now you really don't like it? Why'd you buy it? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, don't forget, smash that subscribe button if you haven't before, and we'll see you next time on the web. Bye.